Malnutrition.
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 These lines of calcified material on the shin bone?
Signifies childhood malnutrition. Malnutrition. Malnutrition.
Well, the skull shows,
In North Korea, mostly in outerwear.
That would explain the malnutrition. 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 North Korea is not famous for its cuisine.
North Koreans.
I gotta tell you, they don't look like typical missings. I usually see malnutrition, vitamin deficiencies, but not here.
Sir, there is nowhere to evacuate you to.
Malnutrition, dirty water, no gas for the winter.
Okay, so what's the weird part? I wanted to determine if malnutrition played a part in his death, so I looked for evidence of starvation ketosis by analyzing the symphytris humor.
Malnutrition, anemia. She wasn't eating.
Nothing. And no Braxton Hicks. At first I thought it was exhaustion or malnutrition.
You're anemic.
The seizures would just look like pain until it spread to his motor cortex.
Wouldn't explain the fevers.
Protein malnutrition can cause fevers, and nothing causes malnutrition like excruciating stomach pain that gets worse every time you eat.
His tooth didn't fall out because of heavy metal poisoning, it fell out because of malnutrition.
He does have rhodococcus equi.
Tal was right.
Whatever age, living on the street makes her vulnerable to malnutrition, drug use, HIV, all things which could explain her symptoms.
No sign of malnutrition, tox screen's clear, STD panel was negative, and...
She has vitamin D deficiency, atrophied muscles, stunted growth, pale skin, exhibits signs of malnutrition.
Majestic.
Majestic. Majestic.
Majestic.
Majestic. There are few truly wild places left, and none so majestic as this.
Oh, look at that. Majestic. Majestic. Majestic.
Hello.
Whoa! Hey!
Like ostriches? Yes, sir. They're low cholesterol and delicious. You would eat those majestic creatures? Majestic creatures? Majestic creatures? They mourn their dead, asshole!
Here she is.
She's majestic.
Are you the gift, my gracious little man?
No, my most majestic majesty. I am a free man. My gift is a play.
Play?
Need anything in particular?
No, Mrs. Moy, I'm not here to shop. I'm from the Western Majestic Life Insurance Company.
Go ahead, Garcia.
The payoff of my cyber sleuthing has had majestic results. Digging into victim number 2's past, turns out meth is not the only thing Mark...
What do you want?
My freedom, of course. You don't cage a majestic peacock with a howler monkey.
The hawk is a majestic creature. She means you know her. No, I'm impressed. I'm helping you.
Still, it's nice knowing she's out.
Watch the sun set over the water.
It was majestic.
Majestic.
Why we never have the picnic?
Who wants to sit on a blanket? There's no back support.
It's majestic.
Last week, Shorty... Americans on the eve of colonization.
Yes, Native Americans, Indians, a majestic, peaceful people who lived off the land and cried when they saw litter.
The textbook says many tribes were often at war with allegiances. She's gonna get a lot of those, so...
Hey, guys. I just wanted to say thanks for being a part of this pilgrimage to majestic Australia, which was once a penal colony. Grow up.
Meditate.
Meditate.
Meditate. Meditate.
Meditate.
Figure, and I meditate, meditate to stay calm.
A what? Anybody who wants can go in there and light a fire and get it nice and hot. Meditate, meditate, meditate. Then what?
Instead of wasting my lunch hour surfing the web checking football stats, I put on some mellow music, and I meditated, and I meditated, and I meditated.
Wow, for how long?
I have no idea. I just woke up thoughts and just I don't know, be in the now.
I meditate every day.
Yippee-ki-yay, what are the odds?
You know, this is probably not gonna help my...
Kickboxing, the movie Die Hard, and beer.
He sounds like a frat boy.
Oh, he's many things. He meditates, he loves Indian food, and he's crazy about his dog Otis.
Oh, students meditate for years and never see what you've seen today. Your inner self.
Cotton, listen to me. I'm late as it is. I still have to shave my chest and meditate before I meet my parents, so just meet us at the horse show.
Cameron, I told you I can't.
Well, according to Flynn, he meditated a lot until his true gift was revealed to him.
Mara, is this some kind of cry for help?
Yes. If you meditate with me, you will greatly improve the quality of my life.
Were you one of those girls that needed a...
Theta waves.
You jacked into the environmental system.
The deeper you meditate, the more the lights will dim.
Between the Baptists and the addicts, I can't find a peaceful place to meditate on love and acceptance, which my Buddhist faith requires. It's really...
Oath.
Oath.
Oath. Oath. Oath.
I took an oath. 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 I took an oath. I couldn't tell you unless we were married, and you wouldn't marry me.
That's why you wanted to...
Not. Your team isn't under oath. Under oath. Under oath. They don't have clearance.
Brodsky in the military, they took the same oath, and now Brodsky is using his considerable skill to assassinate people.
I took the same oath as you, Ray.
Ray. Looks like you're a little short-handed.
A Jew who gained the respect of WAPs through a homicidal lust. He'd sworn an oath of violence.
You're a doctor. You took an oath. According to viability and judgment, I'll protect my patients from harming.
Yo. We took an oath, bro. Don't make me break it.
When the police do it. Detective William James Taggart swore an oath to protect and serve the people of New York. He shattered that oath.
My orders are to kill you. I don't like these orders. But my oath requires allegiance, so give me what I want.
Messina.
Mr. Hutchinson?
Never took an oath.
Anymore. You swore an oath. My father sent me here to make sure you honor it.
Up against. Me and my people swore an oath we don't intend to break.
Patent.
Patent.
Patent. Patent.
Patent.
Anonymous client would then own the patent, a safety point?
That's right.
What?
My company owns a patent on iris biometrics and consolidate all their data into one database. And Simmons is one of 5 people that have access.
I could have gotten you that patent, Transworld. Transworld is the worst thing that ever happened to us. And what, now you're one of them?
But wait, there's more. Your pet will also be groomed by our patented groomulator. Well, that does seem very nice.
I don't think he has a patent on killing with a 2x4.
You know, patent pending. Come on, you guys. This isn't about us. We need
Cider. I need the number of the patent office.
There are indirect ways of contracting E. coli.
Not to get clingy. The pre-shtup. Patent pending. God, I come up with a lot of good stuff.
Secrets?
Call your patent lawyer.
Hey, you should call the patent office right now and make $1 million.
Really?
Visual bleeding on the scalp.
All 3 lines are patent. We can start dopamine at 5 mics per kilo per minute.
Relinquish.
Relinquish. Relinquish. Relinquish.
Relinquish.
I have a business.
Yeah. You'll have to relinquish that. Relinquish that. Relinquish that.
That is
No. Not yet.
They'll relinquish their rights. They'll relinquish their rights. They'll relinquish their rights.
My dad's made a career of refusing responsibility.
Within a month, my mother voluntarily relinquished custody of me to my father.
Relinquish them! Now!
Unless some members would be willing to relinquish a portion of their sizable salaries for the good of Florence.
Deal breaker.
I'm not going to relinquish grace and global, Victoria. Not to you, not to my father.
You're a good mother, but there's a limit. You have got to relinquish some control, or else you're going to regret it.
She's like a dog with a bone. She's pushing for a vote of no confidence in the Senate to force him to relinquish his seat.
She relinquished that role when she suborned mutiny aboard this ship.
He relinquished control of the company to a third party.
He is.
Mr. Chairman.
That's it, I'm done. I relinquish the remainder of my time.
Obscene.
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 Unjust and obscene and obscene and obscene that Khalid is going home. But nobody wants you.
Put this constructively. This piece of writing is obscene. 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 It's pornographic.
No, it's...
I was going to have to deal with texting, an obscene clothing budget.
What's he doing?
He's licking the glass and making obscene gestures with his hands.
What?
Phones.
What's wrong? Pain is no good?
No, it was great, actually. Obscene, to be honest with you.
Why didn't you do it then?
I don't know. I guess I just felt like it was...
Of all time, today a Manhattan criminal court judge ruled the film obscene and ordered it removed from theaters in New York City.
6 years in, we were still just lowly cubicle drones watching our bosses take home obscene bonuses, while we were stuck with entry-level salaries.
Chart is something to go on, so I paid a lowlife with a Russian accent an obscene amount of money to arrange a meeting.
And you get...
By rationalizing the obscene into the palatable.
Appliance.
Appliance. Appliance. Appliance.
Appliance.
What am I doing? I'm talking to an appliance. Appliance.
I suggest you work with me.
It's got to work like an appliance. An appliance. An appliance.
Hey, Jeff.
Think about it. He grew up in the late 1800s. There were no appliances back then.
The building cost me $100 grand. I put about 40 grand worth of materials and appliances in it and have it reappraised for 200 grand. Man, Greg.
He's a very unreasonable man, Tom. Did you hear what he said about smashing people's kneecaps with household appliances? Shut up!
B&E Appliance.
Operation, a scheme to make millions by revoking the landmark status of an old building, and murder by home appliance.
There's two of me. The guy repairs appliances. He's probably got toxic brain damage from years of working with toxic chemicals.
Or repaired.
There's a player named after a kitchen appliance?
Was.
Theory. Good one likes broken appliances because it means we have to spend more money at the vending machines.
Hatch.
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 He's right. That thing's gonna hatch. Hatch. And when it does, maybe it will lead us to something. Or someone.
He's burning up. Somebody open a hatch. Somebody open a hatch! Open a hatch! Open a hatch! Do it!
Close your hatch. Close your hatch. Close your hatch.
Make them cover.
Get that down there. Down the hatch.
Okay.
Horrible ways to die. In the unlikely event that there is a break in any of the seals in either the penetrator or the hatch,
Closing hatch.
the water will bust through with the strength of which it could cut a man in half.
Not one call over the 1MC, nothing over the radios? They're waiting for us on the other side of that hatch. The stern is blown. We need a new way off this ship now.
Turn them to stone. How many centuries had it been since dragons roamed the skies? But I dreamt that if I carried those eggs into a great fire, they would hatch. When I stepped into the fire, my own people thought I was mad.
That thing over there is just a cocoon waiting to hatch.
If you're thinking service hatch, they bolt from the outside, so you'd have to break it. All you'd end up doing is creating a lot of noise, telling them exactly where we are.
There's a command office nearby. I saw an evacuation hatch inside. That could be our escape.
I'll meet you there.
Artie, we're at the entrance. Valda's deactivating the booby trap on the hatch.
Hey, look at hatch!
What? Like you found a hatch!
Yeah!
A hatch!
Woo!
100 feet up there, so not as good, but if its job is to guard Dan's stash...
Then there could be a hatch! Okay, we can get...
Famine.
Famine. Famine. Famine.
Famine.
Famine, famine, famine.
He sounds as bad as Steven, Stefan, and Longinus.
Oh,
hard. She'd witnessed fear, sickness, famine, famine, famine. Starving children can't survive in the Creator's light, Prowler. That's what she...
Today, we must imagine a region free from unrest and famine, and war.
Made it difficult to transport food. And we had hunger, starvation, famine. Everything is connected. Everything is about.
We're looking at the Panic of 1837, the Panic of 1893, the Soviet Famine of 1932.
Hyperinflation.
Bread lines. Rioting.
I know, I get it.
County Kerry. Oh, but the old potato famine immigration was it? Well, fair play, lads.
Like a slave. Was it famine or scurvy? I fought it.
Days. I'm like a bloated African famine baby.
I don't know. Think of something unpleasant. What? Like famine or disease or hobos. Whatever, just hurry.
The divide between rich and poor, hunger and famine, war and violence and hatred, all flourishing beyond control. Indeed.
Okay.
If there ever is a planetary famine, please remind me not to be near these two.
Irrigation.
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 How many crops does she have in rotation? What's the irrigation? What's the irrigation? What's the irrigation?
I don't know. Haley doesn't let me up to the fields.
My ancestors may do without irrigation systems, or DVD players. I expect we can get by without them now.
So you would starve people just to get...
No, Frost has been begging to show off this irrigation system for weeks.
So you're chopping some wood here?
I'm showing them how to build a sustainable irrigation system.
Jesus, irrigation.
What's wrong with irrigation?
Nothing. You like watching guys dig ditches.
It's the kind of farm you find all over public lands. Got an acre of plants, irrigation pipes everywhere.
Must be tapping into water from up the valley.
Is this it? Are we home? Well, there's a creek right there, irrigation. And we've been walking for... What grade are you up to? 6th.
Well, whatever it is your business does, I don't think it's going to interfere with my irrigation company here. I'm thinking about getting in another line of work anyway.
We plan to set up a modern system of irrigation.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Sister Mary, but I have an announcement.
Of course, this new landscaping will require an updated irrigation system, which I'm happy to take care of.
Bree, you bought us a house. We can't let you do all this, too.
Today at the Dome, you were talking about running low on propane. You know, the propane it takes to run your irrigation system and light your house?
Let me guess.
Not.
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 Italian restaurant chain. They make these amazing garlic nuts.
Amazing garlic nuts. I just want to be normal.
0.6 knots. Okay, definitely slowing down. Should be seeing something pretty soon.
I'm big in the pans. I can almost tie it in a knot.
See? It's called a reef knot. You try.
Nora, what are we doing?
Getting married?
I woke up this morning with just a knot in my stomach. I don't see this going well.
If you like, I could tie it in a knot for you.
Man, I suck.
You can do better than that.
Might want to take it easy on him.
See this knot, Walt? I want you to aim for it. Right here.
Tell me about it.
Why?
Well, how does a woman like you learn how to tie a perfect bowling knot?
By dating guys with sailboats?
Ace.
Phew. I'm glad he wasn't too retro cool to own a computer.
This is an unusual knot.
It's an alpine butterfly band. I use it on my boat. It's not an easy knot to tie.
Voila.
Square knot. Impressive.
I can make any kind of knot. It's like I have a sailor in my mouth.
It's called a slim beauty knot. My father taught it to me. Now my son knows it.
Dash family. You think I don't have a heart? I got a knot in my stomach just thinking about all this.
Man, I'm just...
Cemetery.
Cemetery. Cemetery. Cemetery.
Cemetery.
Got him a primo location in the downtown cemetery. 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 They disinterred a Confederate soldier to make sure he got a good location.
Cemetery. 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 That's creepy.
Night.
To the veteran cemetery. The veteran cemetery. The veteran cemetery. See some friends?
6 a.m. in a truck. Took one look at them and what they had and thought they'd stolen it from the cemetery.
Paul leaves his body to go dance with the angels. We pan up over the blood-strewn cemetery and off into the pretty blue skies of dawn. Skies.
Not real ones, anyway. I loved that I worked in a cemetery. Thought it was funny. Wanted to buy me drinks.
How do you know about that?
Well, I was talking to him at the cemetery, and he said he came all this way to give that letter to you.
Loud noises anymore. I don't cry in the middle of the day for no reason.
And what about the cemetery?
Your job. Unless they have.
Would we bury her next to Dad?
Can't. He's in a Jewish cemetery.
To the cemetery.
Unit?
Dogs picked up a scent, traced it to the west side of the cemetery, but then they lost it there.
In a sea of cops, how does this guy go unnoticed?
Going off. I was visiting my dad at the cemetery.
Oh. What? I would have gone with you.
Hall.
Hall. Hall.
Hall.
Hall.
Only one ring. And when it comes to us, I'm in this for the long haul. It's for the long haul. It's for the long haul.
Or until this lady shoots us. Oh my God! Off to lunch with your friend.
Max, I am in this for the long haul. It's for the long haul. It's for the long haul. Isn't there anything I can say to convince you of that?
Nope. And it's fine.
Boy, what we could do with this freak on our team. Talk about undercover, man. Man, the contracts we could haul down.
Forget it.
Murderer! Killer! Hey, any more of that, and I'll haul your ass in.
Hey, it was the dome that did it to Freddy. It's gonna kill more before it's done.
Take him inside.
Because of the dome?
Yeah. And with a haul that size, there's no way they're getting away on foot, so we're looking for a truck or a van.
In fact, anybody that stands by Big Jim can look forward to a tough haul ahead.
Taking up space in his flight deck. They're probably crap, but I told them that I would have a crew in there and haul them out as soon as possible.
We're down to throwing rocks at the bastards. We gotta haul ass out of here now, sir. Sir!
I got one.
All right. Let me show you how to haul it in so you won't lose it.
Look!
Oh, fellas, I'm just a fisherman. There's a lot of money in this haul. Didn't know I was breaking a law. You have ID?
Can't stand the sight of a little blood.
Hey, knock it off. He's good. Grab a bag. We got a big haul here.
Cripple.
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 Cripple. Cripple. Fluid loss.
Systems are critical. Fuel's leaking. My right leg's crippled.
Crippled! Crippled!
Code red.
Let's finish this!
All systems critical.
What are they doing?
Shoot you dead like you want her to. She's just gonna cripple you. Cripple you. Cripple you. Let go of the knife, James. You can kill yourself later.
Side out. End of story.
Fucking cripple. Fucking cripple. Fucking cripple. Get out of the road!
Your wish is my command, sir.
Move! Oh man, this is sick. Where am I?
Has the cripple been fed?
I'm sorry, Mommy.
Agent for the Nuevo Leon cartel. That's who he is.
Getting Pantera would seriously cripple their organization. What did he say about the run?
Just that there was another pickup.
There it is. Taiwan has crippled the system in one fell swoop. These would be the 15 I'd start with. You kill these men to the thing.
You're hurt, right? Ain't that the definition of handicap spot? Just act like a cripple. We'll be all right.
What do I call you? Is it crippled or handicapped or what's that other word?
You call me?
And who's going to carry you when you're carrying the cello?
Yes, cast aside the useless cripple.
What kind of a man are you?
Well, selfish, narcissistic, emotionally crippled by a cold and distant mother. You know, the usual.
Crippled by fear and anxiety. She's...
Comment.
Comment.
Comment. Comment. Comment.
Grisly murder today. Police would not comment. Police would not comment. Police would not comment. But informed sources inside the department tell us this latest death
boundary that we have with Canada. It's funny that a comment like that was kind of made to
Listen to this scathing comment. Not bad. Cute.
I'm killing partners.
You're the trigger man, then?
No comment.
You like killing innocent women?
Teaming with sweaty workmen. I'm going to pay for that comment about percentages in some subtle way later, aren't I?
Not going to be that subtle.
From the Albany Sun-Times. I wanted to ask you a few questions about the Sharon Solar's arrest.
You can, but why would I comment about that?
Well, you know her, don't you?
I just want to make one note. Is there anything you see, Jace, that you want to inquire about or
Right.
comment on?
No.
No.
Did you?
I'm not even gonna dignify that with a comment.
Well, you're gonna need to, pal.
Disrespectful girlfriend. Except I need to say it nicer. Did she ask you to comment on her relationship? No, but I need to say something. It's toxic.
Are you trying to offend me?
No, if I was trying to offend you, they're coming on the sense of fecal matter wafting from your hindquarters.
Of them. They read my blog, I comment on theirs. Just because you haven't met someone physically doesn't mean you don't know them.
Seems we have a pot kettle situation.
No comment.
Compare.
Compare.
Compare. Compare.
Compare.
Do you have them? Why? I just want to compare them. I just want to compare them. I just want to compare them.
How do you even compare situations?
Normal.
I knew it. That's why I brought it to you.
I compared it against thousands of players, right, with at least 2,500 recorded hands.
How'd you meet Richie? It doesn't compare to the bathroom story.
I think he's pretty good.
Have faith, the giver told me. He said faith, that was seeing beyond. He compared it to the wind. Something felt, but not seen.
Seattle. Typical. I saw Steven too. He informed me how shitty I was compared to my husband. Yeah, figure.
My name is Cedric Keeley, and I'm 18 years old. Compared to other kids, I haven't had that many hardships. Not really. You know, shit's happened.
She's not dead. She's waiting like we are.
Hey, would you compare her to me? I work for a living. What do they do?
This is the best part. I basically compare our performance to our clients and I name names, which is pretty ballsy.
5-7, right, Eddie?
Yes.
I'll tell you what, compared to these bad boys,
shoot blanks. High cholesterol. Why would anyone even bother to compare the two reports?
The same reason I did.
Pilot.
Pilot. Pilot. Pilot. Pilot.
Requested a private plane, but no mention of a pilot. Pilot.
Guys, if you think about it, even the dates mean something.
You looked right now because you look fantastic. You look like a damn pilot. Okay. Like a cool pilot who drives jets.
Oh, this isn't mortal. Police!
Relax! I interviewed a pilot once.
He's one crazy pilot.
How did you get free tickets to Paris?
I used my connections as a pilot.
Oh, you're amazing.
Well, you are my queen, and you deserve to be treated like...
The only way! We'll all be unconscious in 5 minutes. That's not what you want from your pilot.
Solar flare.
Think of this as a pilot light. When our ideal launch window opens in just over an hour, this magnificent creation will fly into the sun.
Pilot escape hatches. Out. Come over and help me find my pilot light.
Why did no one know about it?
There's one person that knew about it. The helicopter pilot.
A pilot blows his landings and you make a joke out of it?
Right? And the pilot just said that it would be a few minutes. Now, if the plane does start moving while my colleague and...
Condemn. Condemn.
Condemn.
Condemn. Condemn.
I'm not afraid of you or your evil kind. God, our Creator, will condemn you to hellfire along with terrorists, atheists, homosexuals, Democrats, liberals, socialists.
I mean, the foundation's flooded. We can't pay for this shit. They're gonna condemn the house. Condemn the house. Condemn the house.
Okay, well, on that note, maybe we should clean up and not stay.
How many times does Jesus condemn divorce? He's condemned divorce. He's condemned divorce. 6 times.
If it was so that our request did tend to save the Romans, thereby to destroy the Volskis whom you serve, thou mightst condemn us as poisoners.
House or something.
No, that's not fair. You can't condemn him for something he hasn't done.
Why are you shrouded in the manner of a condemned monk?
I am simply shutting out the light, Mr. Booth.
You've been condemned from the moment Clara made you. Our code does not permit women to create.
Killed, yet it was clear he only cared about your safety. I feared you'd be tortured by the thugs and condemned to die in their arena. I could not live with that on my conscience.
Science, your endeavors condemn all they touch. We want none of your assistance.
The Bronx, a condemned building near Van Cortlandt Park, top floor.
That we're condemned to follow in the paths of our forefathers? They say sins of the father.
Around them. If their stores and their businesses hadn't been condemned. You did this to us!
Go back to your mansion, rich boy.
Flask.
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 These decanters are replicas of metal flasks that were found on the battlefield in Jarnac. Correct? The Italians, they know their wines.
In this awesome flask.
Pull back the veil.
Bernard's tequila in this flask tequila. So come, drink.
Okay.
And until I get it, they are the proverbial flask in my purse.
You know, the fighting. What?
How much ammo and psyche do you want?
Huh?
Shall I fill this flask?
No! You shall not.
Look at this. Look at this. Keldall style recovery flask, 800 milliliters. Very rare.
You brought a flask to an open house.
You want some?
It's scotch. No, put it away. Don't be...
Feel for the one with the flask.
Right. Did you find Grant's flask?
Sort of. There's just, one...
Does anyone have something to drink? Maybe a flask?
Your flask, please. Limp. Limp. Limp.
Limp. Limp.
Limp goes a long way in politics.
Do you mind if I ask you something?
Shoot.
Why you got that limp?
I used to book Broncos for the rodeo.
I think she stays in the race.
Well, let her. She's injured. She'll limp along.
What about Childs?
I wish I could agree. But if the law taught me anything, it's that never, ever trust a man with a limp.
You know what my favorite poker phrase is?
I don't know. All in? Open limp? The nuts?
No tendons, no ligaments.
No permanent damage, which means no limp.
A shot like that, it's pretty lucky.
Yeah, especially if...
I should too,
Wait. Pearson quit? You have the chance for a promotion and you're going limp?
Even if I wanted his job and I don't, it's a lateral move.
How?
How I usually do it. I'll go there, ask some questions with Bones, and she'll be on the lookout for somebody with a limp, which means that they fell in love with a 14-year-old, and we go home. That's how.
Yes? I saw this advertisement for a limp corrector. Yes? What does it do exactly?
It corrects limps.
Does it work?
Bolt.
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 Bolt. Bolt.
If we have to move, go. Sergeant.
Fermi.
Bolt these doors. Bolt these doors. Bolt these doors. I need Marine 1 here as fast as possible.
Cover to meet him. If he knows what she looks like, he'll bolt. 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 But if he doesn't, we have a case.
How do I know you won't bolt? Bolt. Bolt.
And go where?
Stitches.
It's an ash pit, I think.
Yeah. It's bolted shut.
These are incredible.
What are you doing? Get off! Not stuck, you idiot. He's bolted it from the inside. You want to play like that, then, do you? Be any out here?
You gotta be shitting me. Grab me some bolt cutters.
Happening. This is not happening. Johnny Boostin's all of us seeing the human, the chaos, right? Right? Come on, let's bolt.
You didn't get the code?
Careful. It's bolted through your wrist.
What?
It's a bomb with a 3-mile blast radius.
From Blunt. She spoke to him for about 5 minutes and she bolted out of the restaurant. I don't know, she went running back to him just like that, so.
She's not coming. How do you know? She bolted out the back door.
What? Nance? Who do you think?
Yes, in the moment it takes to bolt a freezer door, ordinary people can become victims.
A titanium deadbolt and a reinforced jam controlled by a state-of-the-art electronic access system.
Manure.
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 Do you really want to know my secret?
Oh, yes.
Horse manure. Horse manure. Horse manure. I have it delivered. Susan makes fun of me, but the proof is in the pudding.
Mr. Malley. Oh, now look, I took pig manure, and I turned it into a fuel, which I believe will actually run an automobile.
And the fertilizer is seeping into the groundwater, causing issues.
Is Sherpoopy pitching a story about manure? Genius!
Okay, yes, I fell into some manure. It's hilarious. Fine. In a 5-year career.
Yep. This old Frankenstein here gets 90 miles to the gallon on methane. And that's made from my garbage and needs pig manure. Special blend.
Oh, that gives new meaning to downward dog. Nothing like a fresh pile of manure. Bath time! Oh no!
Why does horse manure smell so good?
It doesn't.
Do you mind backing up a bit? Your cologne is making my eyes water.
Actually, it's steer manure.
To each his own.
Yeah, I'm still here. Just cleaning my ears out from all the manure.
You've been shoveling into him for the last 10 minutes.
Thank you.
God, I've been laying manure for the last 4 hours. The latest rumor is that our new corporate overlords are going to be testing genetically modified wheat.
Pile of crap.
No kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. You're actually standing in a big pile of cow manure. Said I didn't.
Booth?
Yeah.
Flies on the shovel.
Oh, we know that flies are attracted to manure, blood.
Why do I have such a hard time picturing you milking cows and shoveling manure?
Lack of imagination.
Resource.
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 Resource. Resource.
That was the sustainable technology sourced by renewable resources. Resources. I know what you're thinking. Boring chemistry alert.
Matter within the skull, bone, brain tissue, spinal fluid, all rare resources, highly valued in black markets across the galaxy.
And I'm lucky. I have the resources to pay for these medical bills.
You have resources? Resources?
What good is my money if I can't bring her back? And why won't they let me be with Elise?
All I know is the amount of resources they've used, keeping you from her is pretty damn important to them.
Which means you have to decide who's valuable enough to expend limited resources on. Let's stipulate the existence of 1,000 bunkers around the world.
Sargon, obviously before any colonization or resource development could be done safely to your planet. A large-scale extinction event was manifested.
You really think he had Dennis Archer killed?
We have the motive and the resources to get it done.
You have to prove, won't it?
What do you say? Me and my resources plus Gossip Girl is a powerful combination.
Yes. And rest assured, I am putting all our resources behind this investigation.
Is this
our position? Several of them have committed men and resources to the final assault up the hill.
Anyone who would listen. You know, and Howard Wolowitz, he spent 2 years using university resources building a 6-breasted sex robot.
Right. I just didn't want you to waste all your resources.
Let it go.
Invert.
Invert. Invert.
Invert.
Invert.
This, of course, was the middle name of the victim, and as you can see, the last 2 letters were inverted. Inverted.
this ligature mark with the abrasion is the final one. There's an inverted V, and there's an inverted V, and there's an inverted V in the back. He was hung with a leather strap or belt, which is what killed him.
It works just like a lens. The shape of the wave actually begins to invert. So we need to slow down the middle of the shock wave. Yeah, then flatten and invert them.
Gut for good, bode for boat, and notice the inverted capital N's and the Y's that look like J's.
It's enough of this.
Sissy boy, huh? You hard now?
I'm inverted.
Now it's time to give him the big chuck show.
Only the direction, not the speed.
Maybe we use an anisotropic media.
You have to invert the blast, not just bend it. Please, don't.
Today's lab work, I got home and I realized that I inverted some numbers.
And he couldn't wait until the morning.
What he's trying to say is there's an audio component to cloaking that inverts sound waves, too.
Like noise-canceling headphones?
Yeah, same concept.
Hey, is it true? Where they found him?
Oh, upright and inverted in the refuse-filled pit of an outhouse? Yes. Oh, God.
Sorry, but it's,
Rolling code split band voice inversion. Individual frequencies between the clicks are inverted and recombined. I applied software that decrypts each of the 4.
See that? That was a massive invert. Before he got it right, that kid broke his arm on it like 3 times.